Alright guys, so all I can say is I'm getting happier by the day because I can slowly see that Sega is gradually making a comeback. Thank God. We needed this to save the video game industry as a whole. Like, you guys have no idea how important this is. Nintendo is destroying gaming. I have no problem speaking out against this. I have several times, and it's the reason why I'm so hated on YouTube. Is because I tell it like it is with Nintendo, and they're a fucking mafia company that does all kinds of fucked up shit. But it's not just Nintendo, although they are one of the big contenders. The video game industry is dying. It doesn't take a genius to know that. But Sega, I know Sega will make things straight, and I've been saying this for a while now. So, Sega's going to come out with some games on the Nintendo Switch. They're probably going to do some remakes, some really cool shit like that. I'm not going to buy a Nintendo Switch because of that, but, I'm still glad. They're using Nintendo. They're just using them so they can step on their backs, step on their heads. And I'm totally fine with them doing that. I'm totally fine with that. But yeah, Sega got fucked over by Nintendo. If you guys didn't know, Nintendo royally fucked them over in the ass. They basically, just did a bunch of underhanded, shady shit. They bullied stores not to sell Sega products. This is fact. You can look it up. They bullied third-party companies too, third-party gaming companies, not to work with Sega. So you better fucking believe it too. For all you guys thinking that, oh, this fucking loser doesn't know what he's talking about, you can look the shit up, okay? I'm not making this up. And I'm not just some butthurt fanboy. Believe it or not, I actually grew up with Nintendo, and I do still somewhat like it. As a company, I don't really like them, but I do like Nintendo products. So I'm not as much as a hater as you guys think. I'm not a fucking troll. Okay, this is the truth, man. Sega, we need Sega. Like, Sega was the best. As far as game developing goes, they were the best. Now, as far as marketing goes, they weren't necessarily the smartest, but all the great games easily compensated for that. I mean, the best of the best came from Sega. And, again, Nintendo did come out with some cool shit, but let's just be real, Sega does what Nintendo don't. I'm sorry I had to say it. You knew that was coming, but they were the first. Sega Genesis was the first system that really had like badass shit, shit like Mortal Kombat. By the way, the Genesis had Mortal Kombat with blood. They had all these other awesome badass games. And while Super Nintendo may have had one or two, most of the stuff was just like, G-rated kiddie shit. It was Sega that really made gaming, for adults as well. And that's why we need this shit, because look at all the dumb beta male cucks these days, we need something to help change that. We need to bring back, the alpha male. Sega, save us from these beta male cucks, these Nintendroids, these Nintendo fanboy cucks. We need a new we need a new video game savior, to save us from the cuckery. But anyways, yeah, my basically, like, if I had to guess what's gonna happen is, yeah, they're just gonna, they're gonna use Nintendo. They're going to step on their heads to where they can eventually become a console developer. And yes, they will make a console. I truly believe this in my heart. I know there's so many people that would love this. It's probably going to take maybe 1 or 2 years for this to happen, but I know for a fact it will, and I know people will back this. Sega isn't stupid. They know that they would destroy themselves if they tried to make a console right now. So what they're trying to do is they're just trying to gain some more money from Nintendo. And once that happens, guys, we will probably see another Dreamcast, or maybe even just a completely new console. Personally, I hope they just do something completely different. I know a lot of people say they would love a new Dreamcast, like a Dreamcast 2. Dreamcast honestly wasn't my favorite system. It was a good system, but my favorite was the Genesis. So if anything, I'd hope they'd make like a Genesis 2. Although technically there is a Genesis 2 because there's 3 different models. But anyways, yeah, Sega is killing it right now. They're gradually rising You know, they're gonna rise from Nintendo's ashes. Just you guys wait. They will rise. The glorious phoenix will rise from the ashes of Nintendo. Um, Nintendo, you can eat shit. You know, you guys are a bunch of corrupt old men who don't even know what, gamers want anymore. I swear everyone who works there is like a fossil. And they're finally getting the karma they deserve. Now, do I wish a complete death on Nintendo? No, not really. I mean, I guess I'm not that evil of a person, but I don't think they deserve to make consoles anymore, and I'm fairly certain the Nintendo Switch, whether or not, Sega destroys them or not, I'm pretty much 99% sure the Switch will be their last console. I mean, I think that goes without saying. But anyways, guys, Sega's finally making a comeback. I can't wait to see these new Sega titles. And again, I'm not going to buy a Switch because I don't want to support Nintendo, but, it's still going to be great just to see this happen. And I believe, again, one day Sega will come out with a new system. And you can bet I will be buying that. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see what happens, man. I'm super excited about this. I swear, dude. Things are looking right in the cosmos. I sense a paradigm shift. Anyways, guys, peace.